This is it. We are back. You already know. Your unqualified heroes. Your co-host, Daniel Perez. Let's do this! Unqualified heroes! Messy. The time has come where we have Avatar. I don't know about you, but my favorite show of all time in live action because the movie never existed. So this is the first live action we have ever seen.
It's been a roller coaster since the very first time they announced Avatar, The Last Airbender, coming to Netflix. I was not happy about it.
Long time.
I was not happy about it in the beginning. I was not, because of the movie that we don't talk about and does not exist apparently according to Danny.
It never existed. It's actually just I don't know. A Matrix. It got announced in 2018. It took 6 years.
The announcement for Avatar for
the
Netflix?
Live action Netflix got announced in 2018.
2018?
Yep.
I do not remember being that long. I honestly do not remember. I asked that was like a year or two when. Damn, was it that long? Maybe they kept it under the wrap, and that's when 2018 they were like talking about it.
I'm double checking right now. I just saw it and then I exited out. When did it get it? It said 2018. It's been a long time.
Interesting. I don't know why. It is what it is. But whatever. Whether it was announced 2018 or yesterday, it's here. And we will be talking about the first 4 episodes instead of the whole show.
That's right.
Because we have live and we can watch all of the episodes.
We can't watch all 8 episodes. Exactly. That's 8 hours plus. I don't know if you're watching if we're watching every episode with your wife.
I have to watch it,
but I have to watch every episode with my wife.
It's so
and she's at
dumb.
work, so then I gotta wait for her when she's not working, and it's hard.
If I was not married, I would have been done with this show, but I can't watch it without my wife. This ring right here, this ring tells me that I cannot press play if my wife is not sitting next to me.
Yep. You finished Spider-Man 2 faster than you're going to finish this game. This show.
And I was not married when that game came out because I finished it. I finished it all. So, it's going to be
But
I don't know when.
So, Messi, obviously we're going to dive into these episodes and see what we liked, what we didn't like, and all this stuff. But just like initial thoughts so far of these first 4 episodes, I don't know what you think. Literally, all I got was a couple Snapchats from you yesterday of you crying, and that's all I got. I don't know what you think about the show whatsoever. So this is going to be brand new news to me.
It's good that you and I literally have not spoken about this show at all. All we have talking about is like, where are you in the show and where am I on the show?
Yeah,
that's all we needed to know. If I've watched for the first 4 episodes before this episode that we're recording right now. Okay, I was going with the expectations that this show was going to suck really, really bad because when all the stuff that came out with that the actual developers from the animated show came aboard and they left. So it's like, damn, this show's gonna suck. But I had to watch it because I'm a fan. So, and it surpassed my expectation of like, because I set the bar so low that it crossed it. So it passed my expectation. It's actually good. If you watch the show to see a shot by shot of the animated show, this is not it. This is not it. There's nothing on here that's a shot by shot of the animated show, which I was by surprise, but I actually do kind of like it. because I didn't want to see a Lion King remake just like how they do the animation and the live action. It was a shot by shot movie. I didn't
Yeah.
like that. So I'm actually kind of happy that they want to do a different with a story, but so far so good. It's not the
Yeah.
best. It's not like it didn't blow my mind, but it's good. That's it. It's good. It's a good show. It's a good popcorn show. There you go.
Popcorn show. No, honestly, I think I'm along the same lines as you. Is this isn't like the most mind blowing show of all time? Like like the animated show. The animated show, I will like. I'm fully adamant that it is the best show ever. Ever. It's just too good. It's just too good of a show. You can watch it as an 8-year-old, you can watch it as a 50-year-old, and it's still good. It's just that good of a show. But like this live action, it's not that. But it's still good. Like
It's good.
I've seen a lot of things where people have like really liked it. Okay, cool. But I've also seen a lot of things where people have just like straight trash. They're like, this is straight hot garbage. And honestly, I don't know what you're watching, because what I'm watching as a fan of the show, seeing this, but like also knowing it's not, like you said, a shot for shot thing, it's still like cool to see. Like I'm seeing something that I love in live action, and it's not shot for shot, but it's like it's done well enough. And the CGI, I think, is good enough, and all this stuff to where it's like, it's just nice to see. Like, I like it's enjoyable. So
It's something different. It's something different.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's a good different than a bad different, like how they did it on the movie. That's a bad different. Because I don't think
that's a bad difference.
So Messi did not grow up watching the show on Nickelodeon when it was on Nickelodeon. Messi saw the show on Netflix when it hit Netflix a couple of years ago. Was it like 2-3 years ago, right? Something like that. And Messi became a fan. I've seen the show so far like probably like 4 times from beginning to end. And I love it. It's so good. It's a good like right now I just put it in the background and listen to it, and then watch a couple fights because I know what's happening at all times right now in the show. But
Yeah.
I love the show as an animation show. And now that's live action, I didn't want, like I said earlier, I didn't want a shot by shot type of, even though it would have been cool to see the whole interaction with Aang when they make Katara and Sokka for the first time, when he sneezed and he goes like 10 to 15 feet in the air, and Sokka goes, dude, you just flew right now. Like that, that whole interaction was like our first interaction with Aang
Yeah.
before, because we didn't see anything that happened before the iceberg. That was literally the first inspection that we got of him. And it was different on the show, on the live action show. That's fine. Oh, whatever. We already got the first inspection from the animated show. But I'm happy that it was a good different than a bad different like the movie was.
Yeah.
So
There's still a couple things I don't like that they changed though. And,
yeah, of
and
course.
we'll
That's
get
a
we'll
lot.
get into
Yeah.
that. We'll get
That's-
into that. But I was like, why? Like I know some things are different, but like, but some things, why change? I just don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, so okay, we're gonna go into this. Let me tell you, so far, out of this 4 episodes that I've seen, the best part that I've seen, and it's no hate to the rest of this, like it's no hate to the rest of what I've seen, but the best part of what I saw was that freaking intro. That was a
Dude.
good ass intro. And
That
it's
was a
something
good
that we've
intro.
never seen. We never saw the air temple getting attacked. So it was cool being like, oh, how'd all these airbenders disappear? Oh, well, they were having like some sort of get together. So then the other air temples came to this one air temple, and it was during Sozin's comet and all this stuff. Which interesting thing to note was when Sozin was fighting Gyatso, he's like, oh, on any other day, you could hold me back. AKA, he basically just said airbending is stronger than firebending any other day. Just wanted to point that out there. But it was just like a really cool intro seeing the airbenders. I was like, oh, Gyatso going ham. Also, this set the tone for the rest of the show. Whether for good or for bad, it set the tone for the rest of the show of seeing these people just get flamed, bro. They got flamed. This is not a kid's. I literally looked at my wife. I was like, well, this ain't no kid show no more.
It's not
like this dude just got straight up blamed. I was like,
it's so funny because when when you start a new show on Netflix, it will give you the rating, the name of the episode, and all that stuff. It says PG on the top. This is like, no, this is not PG. What is? Give me the R-rated sign up there. This is
for real.
It was.
Straight up skeletons, bro.
Exactly.
Gyatso, literally whenever they saw Gyatso, it was like after he was playing, Aang goes to see him. Like his whole freaking head was like chin over here, freaking eyeball over here. I was like,
it's very graphic. Very graphic compared to the actual show. And surprisingly, I actually did like that. I was like, okay, so this is not for this generation of kids. It's for us.
It's for us.
It's for us. Even though I didn't grow up watching it, it's like if in an alternate universe, whatever you want to call it, Messi was a young kid who watched it when it came out, and now future Messi, now me, is enjoying a little bit a darker tone Avatar that is set for us. Because I didn't mind it. I don't mind someone getting burned. But I'm pretty sure if I had a kid, it's like, yo, what are you watching? Why are you watching people getting burned? But yeah, I like the darker tone. I like the fire benders burning people and see the actual damage of what fire can really do. Because they don't show that on the show.
They don't. You just you see the fire, but you don't see someone actually get burned alive and dead. And they just, the one time where, I think it was Sozin, maybe not, but this girl was, in an air tornado, and then he basically made it a fire tornado. It's like, damn! Also, I don't know about you, but watching this whole intro, I was like, is this, Order 66, but, Nickelodeon version? Because it just, you saw the kids hiding in the back, and then the freaking Sozin coming. I was like, Order 66? Question mark? I don't know. It was pretty funny.
I think you're interested.
I just got super, super big Star Wars vibes from that. But, yeah. So we keep also throughout this episode, throughout the show, really. But I mean, you could really see 3 elements already done in the first episode, but 3 elements, 4 elements, I don't know. But you saw the point is the bending
a little bit of
CGI is actually pretty good. The bending CGI is not bad, which I know some of the commercials, the trailers, it showed it pretty good, but the commercials, it was is it gonna be good? Is it not gonna be good?
Yeah.
I would say overall CGI in general, I would say it hit probably 90% of the time. Maybe there was 10 where it's that looks kind of funky. It looks kind of weird. But the bending CGI honestly looked pretty solid.
It was pretty good.
For what for what I would expect out of a live action.
Yeah, so I was kind of scared because I saw the clip of I think it's episode 4 when Boomy and Aang are fighting. That scene was already released to the public because Netflix dropped it. I saw that scene and I was like, dang, doesn't really look good. Probably the same scene was fixed a little bit more on the TV show and looked way better on it. So that was my only worry, that the earth-bending CGI was going to be off. And you can tell it's CGI, obviously. Nobody can actually do a rock. So it looks CGI.
The best I think is the fire. Is the fire bending.
Nah, I think it's air because you can see it.
I don't know. I think the firebending. I never had any issue with the firebending. It's like CGI because you could just. It's just fire. You just have fire.
I mean, what about air? Air, you can't see air, so it's the easiest one to CGI. You just put Aang with a zip line and just fly him around, and that's it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, before we like get in deeper and all this stuff, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts? I guess maybe this is deeper. I don't really know, but what are your thoughts on the cast so far? Do you think everyone's doing good? Do you think someone's like kind of sucky at their role?
Honestly, I think everybody's killing it. I don't think there's no bad actors. But characters, I do find a Katara annoying on episode. I think it's either episode 3.
Probably
that
3.
she's with Sokka
with Jet?
in the. Oh yeah, with Jet. Oh my god, that was. Oh my god, that was so bad. Not bad acting, just bad annoying how she was in the animated show, and she brought that annoyingness to the live action. But that was not the scene I was talking. I was talking about the scene on the cave on the circuit tunnels.
Oh yeah, episode
part,
4.
That Sokka finds out a clue about the lights because of you have to turn the fire off so you can see and she goes, I forgot what she says, but she goes like, you don't trust me, you literally saw a person who was evil and you didn't even see him, and then Sokka says the same thing, like, you literally fell in love with Jet, who was a terrorist. He goes, it's not the same. What do you mean it's not the same? Shut up. Just that's a little annoying. But it's her character. She was the same way on the show.
Yeah.
But it made it a little bit more annoying on this show. But acting-wise, I think everybody's killing it. I think all the characters, all the actors actually are portraying the animation version pretty good. So far, I don't think any person looks off. Obviously, it's animation, so you can't literally change a person's face to mimic the actual animation. But so far, so good. I have personally no complaints on that part.
I'm gonna say that I think everyone is doing very good. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there. Everyone's doing good. I don't have any complaints with them. However,
there you go. What is it? Say it.
What?
Say your butt. Say your however. What is it? What's the what is the thing?
However, I've gotten a little bit used to it now. But the first episode, or even the first couple, Sokka just has like a dumb face.
I told you this before the show started. That Sokka's
face is just kind of dumb.
The actor Ian, that's his name, Ian. Ian looks like I don't know if you remember on the animation show on the last season, they watched a play about themselves, about the journey that they went through.
Yeah.
So the person that played Sokka on the play, it looks like Ian. It was a dumber version of Sokka. Yes, so I do agree with you. I do agree.
He just looks dumb, and I'm sorry. I know it's messed up, but I just have to say, because even my wife, who's always criticizing me for being mean and all this stuff, even she said it. She's like, he's got a dumb face, and I was like, damn. I mean, I was thinking it too, but damn. But I'm kind of getting used to it now. I'm getting used to it a little bit more, but. It's not bad. But kind of speaking to the characters and the cast in that realm, I do want to point out there is something that I don't like that they're doing, which I'm okay with it. I just like I wish they didn't do it. And this show, I guess not, it's not even with the cast and show. It's just an overall thing that I have kind of a problem with, but not really because I understand it, but I just don't like it. Is this show one Netflix? You are different than Disney. You are different than HBO. You are different than every other streaming service. Why? Only 8 episodes. What are you doing? That's what all the other streaming services do. You're supposed to have more episodes. That's what Netflix does. Netflix always has more episodes. So why
It really depends.
8 episodes?
It depends on the show. Not all the shows on Netflix have 10 plus. Remember, you can also think about that probably one episode cost them around $100 million. I'm just ballparking here. It's probably even more or less. So it's probably not cheap to do more than 8 episodes. So that's probably why.
It says that they had a budget of $150 million.
I just guessed that number.
That they spent about $15 million per episode.
I'm a genius.
The point is,
it's so much money. It's so much money. That's why
Netflix
Disney
has money.
Plus,
Netflix has money.
No, they don't. You know why?
Because they're increasing the prices. They got money.
They keep increasing money. They keep losing subscribers. They keep adding all this bullcrap password sharing. Oh, if you're not in the same household, you can't put it on the same TV. Like all this bullcrap that they keep adding rules. You know why? Because they keep losing subscribers. So yet again, they don't have money. So they do shows like this with big budgets that expect people to watch it. People are watching it. A lot of people join Netflix to watch it. But guess what? They're probably going to cancel it because Netflix right now don't have a lot of stuff going on. So they don't really have the money for it. Not like HBO. Not like Disney, obviously.
I just don't like that. This show, you could tell. You could tell through the first 4 episodes. Obviously, they're not going to have 20 plus episodes. They're not going to have the couple filler episodes that the show did, because that's what shows usually do. They got the filler episodes, but you got to have more than 8 because they are rushing. There's episode 4 is literally
like 5 episodes.
Season 2 is episode 4 is literally season 2. Why? Why do you have season 2 in episode 4 of season 1? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I literally looked it up because I was like, I don't remember that. There's no way they did this soon. I looked it up, and it's episode 2 of season 2 in the show.
What is it?
The Secret Lovers one.
Oh, that, yeah, well.
It's episode 2 of season 2.
Omashu is season 2?
No, they go to Omashu in season 1. No, hold on.
That's true. That's true. They go to Omashu in season 1, fine.
And then they go back to Omashu in season 2.
Exactly. Season 2, episode 2, and that's with the Secret Lovers, and when they go, it's overtaken by the Fire Lord, Fire Nation people. Got it. That's true. That's true. I don't know. I don't know why they're adding, like, okay. I guess we're going to the bad stuff first, because we haven't said anything so far so good. The Jet
no,
episode.
there is good stuff. There is good stuff, but I just had to point out the bad stuff.
I just love talking about the bad stuff because it's more intriguing than the good stuff. Because the good stuff is there. It's like, but let's talk about the bad stuff. Let's bad stuff first, and then we talk about the good. The Jet episode. I think that's episode 3 when he gets introduced.
Yeah, episode 3.
Okay, why is Jet an Omashu? Don't understand why. Whatever. He's an Omashu. Okay, and then the scene. Okay, they're in Omashu. Let me slow down. They're in Omashu. I don't know why Jet is there. They go inside. We see the guy with the cabbages. Annoyingly, he holds the word cabbages like 3 or 4 times every time they introduce the character on the show. Oh, you want some of my pause? Change the scene, and then my cab pause. But they introduce Sai and his son, I forgot his name, Teo. I think Teo. They
Well,
introduced
I think
him.
Teo might be.
Yes, Teo and Sai.
How?
I don't understand why.
They're
why
literally
they're there.
season 3, right? Or 2?
I think they're season 2. I think season 2.
I'm
I
gonna
know
look
they're
it up
not
right
season
now.
1. I know for sure they're not season 1.
I'm looking it up
Are they?
right now.
Look it up. Look it up. I don't think they're that. Obviously, they're not that soon in the story. I don't know why they're there, or why they introduced them so fast. Obviously, we know why they're there because of the show. Make it make sense. But okay, I don't know why they're there. Okay, so obviously we knew that Sai is working with the Fire Nation to protect whatever's going on, and then he does whatever products for the Fire Nation. That's the only interaction that same on the animation show. Fine, we get that. But freaking Jet goes, oh wait, whatever, holds off Katara before interrupting the thing, and they go to a forest. Where the hell is this forest was at in Omashu? I thought Omashu was a whole city full of buildings and rocks.
Yup.
Where was this big bushy area on the map? And the freedom fighters were there chilling. That part just makes no sense. For me, it probably someone. If you're listening to me venting about this and you find a map where this big forest area is, tell me. Because for me, it didn't make sense that was there. And the freedom fighters were all there. And that part. And obviously,
It also, there's something okay, I just looked it up, by the way. They're almost at the very end of season 1 where they show up, supposedly.
Triple season 1? I honestly do not remember.
I don't remember. I thought it was like season 3. It says episode 17 of season 1, and there's 20 episodes. So it's like literally right before they go to the water temple. But they're not in Omashu though. They're in the air temple.
In the air temple.
When they find them. They find them in the air temple. And here they're in Omashu. What? Also, when did Katara decide to be a waterbending master?
Bro! Oh my god!
It first started.
Let me tell you, bro. Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Bro,
it first started
goes-
when
start freezing everybody. She go, boop, boop, slicing it. Like, bro, it's been only 3 episodes.
3 episodes and one
How
talk
do you-
with Jet. What? She talks to Jet, and he's like, think about the good stuff, and she's like, and even before that, because so in the show, Aang, he's in the boat. He tries to escape the boat of like the very second episode or whatever it is, and he actually falls into the water and goes into the avatar state, and then he just starts wiping them out. He throws Zuko and the whole crew off the board. That didn't happen this time. This time, Aang was falling, and Katara was like, and then boom, prevented the fire from hitting Aang, and then rescued Aang. And I was like, but I wanted to see the Avatar state. I love the Avatar state. It's so cool. And we'll talk about that in a second. That's in the good stuff. But like, why is Katara so good at waterbending right now?
Honestly, so far she is the only waterbender that we have really seen waterbend in the whole show. I think, right? I don't think there's any other waterbenders. No. Okay. So if she's this good right now, where she is right now in episode 3 and 4, I want to see when she goes to duels, Pow, whatever the guy is on the Northern Temple that is supposed to teach Aang waterbending. I want to see how good they are. If Katara is this good already, I want to see how good she will be at that point.
Yeah.
Again, 3 episodes in, and she's a waterbending master already.
She is. I was like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Also, we're just gonna keep talking about bad stuff. We'll get to the good stuff later. We'll leave good stuff at the end. You leave on a happy note, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But a couple things. One, minor thing, whatever. But still have not seen Sokka throw his boomerang.
Only practicing.
We've seen it.
Only practicing.
We've seen it practicing. But I want to see him throw it. I just want to see him throw it. But I guess not. Whatever. Because in the show, I think he throws it and it hits Zuko in the back of the head, like in the very beginning. And he's like, yeah, water bending power. And then Earth's like, water tribe.
Yeah.
Speaking on that, okay, we heard the stuff about it's not going to be a sexist, whatever, even though it's part of Sokka's story, whatever. We're not going to get into that. Sure, whatever. You want to do that? Okay. But it like I said, it's not like this major thing. It's just something that I don't necessarily like, but I'm okay with it. I just don't necessarily like it. Is the show is not as funny. Sokka, not really that funny. Aang, not really that funny. And the humor, like the jokes, are just not there as they were in the show.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that as well.
Sokka was very sarcastic in the animation show. Yeah, I honestly
even Aang was like super like funny and
yeah, they all had their thing that they make fun of each other. Oh, they were kids.
Yeah,
like how kids are and our friends are. They bully each other. But so far, I didn't pick it up myself, but now that you pointed out, it's true. There's not as I guess it falls in tone that they said in the very beginning is a little more adultish, a little more darker than the show, the animation show. So I guess that falls on that category that they're less funny, or maybe their humor is not towards us. Probably, maybe someone else will find it funnier that whatever Sokka said. But yeah,
I just don't think they were cracking like they said many jokes. It's not like their jokes weren't funny. I just don't think they even said jokes. Really.
Probably. Yeah, thinking about it, I don't think there's any scene that's like ha ha ha.
Literally the
like
most Sokka thing that happened in this entire 4 episodes was in the last episode when he was like, do you think the Badgers understand English? Hello, Badger. Can you help us out of here? Like that's literally like the most Sokka thing I've seen from almost 3-ish hours worth of Avatar.
Well, I did picked up that the Psy, the whatever he is, builder or
whatever.
Engineer. That's the word I was looking for. The engineer, Psy, he kind of told Sokka, which we know on the show, the animation show, that he helped them build the globes that fly around and all that stuff, that he gave him the idea to let air out, so like it keeps floating, hot air and all that stuff. He was working on him with that. So like they were talking about, so I did like that other Sokka parts. It's not just like the warrior part. There also has the mindset of a builder, like of the engineer part. So I kind of did like that. So that's another Sokka thing that we haven't really seen in the show. Again, it's only been 4 episodes or 3 episodes since that scene happened. So hopefully the second half we see more of Sokka and how Sokka was in the show. But question, and I was talking to one of my friends about it. I haven't talked to you about it. What's your thought? Okay, so 2 things on the Kyoshi Island episode. Second episode. This is the second episode. Okay. First question. I'm gonna ask 2 questions and then you can answer them both.
All right.
The first question. What were your thoughts on them using Kyoshi for the first interaction with the Avatar, past Avatar, instead of Roku? And my second question is, what do you feel, or what are your thoughts on Suki on the show? On second episode, just to be more specific, because she's not in the rest of the show so far. Go.
Okay. So, first, I don't know why I'm laughing. First one is with Avatar. It's because I thought of something, but I'll say it later. Avatar Kyoshi. To me, that's on the cool side. That was cool as shiz. When she put one, I think it makes sense because they're on Kyoshi Island. Why are you gonna bring out Roku when they're on Kyoshi Island? Makes no sense to me. Like, he's literally talking to the Kyoshi Avatar. So if he goes into the Avatar state or Avatar, whatever that it is, then why would you bring out Roku? It makes no sense. Obviously, later on, you could bring out Roku, sure. But for that moment, it would make sense to see Kyoshi. 2, actually seeing her just be badass and do all this stuff was literally so cool. I literally, like, yelled out. I was like, oh, true! Kyoshi going ham! And she was just wiping out people. It was cool, because in the show, we never saw that. We never saw Kyoshi, like... And do that.
I think it was a fan service. I think it was a really good fan service because
it was good for the service.
We wanted more of Kyoshi, and we never knew when we were gonna get it. So we got here Kyoshi, and it was a really cool and badass scene.
Yeah. I thought it was cool the way they did it, where she was like, "Oh, you want to see? I'll show you," and then like used his body to body other people.
How Roku did with Avatar on the animation show.
It was cool to see. With your second thing, I saw this meme, and this is why I was laughing. It was like Kyoshi, me watching not Kyoshi, Suki in the show, and it was like this guy like in love, and then it was like me watching Suki in the live action, and it was like the same picture of this guy like in love, and it was really funny because everyone's thirsting over Suki, so that's why it was funny. But honestly, I think Suki, 1, she looks like Suki to me. 2, I think she does pretty good, and obviously you could tell the whole flirtatious thing with Sokka, whatever that was in the I mean, obviously they get together, so it makes sense. But as I kind of alluded to before, there was no sexistness with Sokka, so you didn't get the whole interaction, like the whole cool monumental interaction that they have in the show. And he whatever bows down to them, and he's like, "Teach me," and all this stuff. But I still think Suki was pretty badass for when she was fighting and doing all this stuff. I mean, the Kyoshi warriors are badass in general. They're just like, they're just dope. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Suki. I think she's pretty cool, and I hope I see her again before this season ends. I don't know if we do, but I hope so. What do you think?
Okay, so your answer for the first question made me overthink my answer, because I didn't think about it like they're in Kyoshi Island. That makes more sense for Kyoshi to show up. I didn't think about it like that. I was thinking like, dang, why didn't he just go to the Avatar that was before him? And what you said makes sense, because when he went to the Fire Nation, to Roku's statue, who showed up? Roku did.
Yeah, that's when Roku showed up.
Here, he went to the Kyoshi Island, he went to the Kyoshi statue, who showed up? Kyoshi. So that makes sense. When I was watching, I'm like, dang, why didn't Roku show up? Like, why didn't they follow the order? Other things like that. Me personally is like, dang, I want to see Roku. But it made more sense. Your answer made my answer look like dog water. So there you go. Thank you for that. And for the Suki thing, there's 2 things that I didn't like about the whole episode of Suki. 1, I didn't like that she removed her makeup. On the first song. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Because when they were fighting, they all had to make their makeup, and then she didn't. I don't think we see her make her makeup off till like way later
on
in the show.
I think on the animation show, it's when they're trying to get to Bashinsei, and they're in the ticket to get a ticket for the train, and Suki shows up to Sokka and she goes, "Hey sir," la 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 la, but she didn't have her makeup, so he didn't recognize her, and then it's like, I'm Suki and whatever, so they have a good moment there. I wanted that. I wanted that the same thing. So I wasn't a big fan of her removing her makeup. And the second thing, so cringe, their freaking romantic stuff with this sexual tension that Sokka and Suki had on the whole. Dude, when they were fighting, they were like like breathing so hard, dude. Like, calm down, bro. You just met each other. What is this?
The sexual tension is high, bro.
Dude, like I was hot over here. I was like sitting down. It's like, damn, I'm hot over here. Like two hot people. Like, okay,
For real.
I told my wife, Suki, very attractive.
She is
very attractive. When she removed her makeup, I was like, whoa, who is this? Like, just leaving it there. She's probably hearing me. My wife's like probably listening to me right now. But like,
you gotta watch out what you say.
But yeah, so those are the only two things that I didn't like about the whole episode. That she removed her makeup and the too much of the tension between them. I don't mind that they obviously, because we know they obviously they end up together in the show, but that's later on book 2 or 3 that they end up together. The first interaction was like flirting back and forward type of thing. But other than that, she was a cool fighter. Obviously, like you said, the Kyoshi Warriors, they're warriors for a reason. They fight. They're a good fighter. They're holding their weight against the Fire Nation when they came to attack.
Why'd she even remove her makeup? Because everyone else still had it.
Right? I don't understand.
Why'd she remove her makeup?
I don't understand. I don't know. It's probably to show her beauty. Probably. It's like, whew, hello guys. This is my face. Type of thing. I don't know. I don't understand why she had to remove her makeup. I don't get it. But okay. Let's talk about Xiao. Xiao. The main bad guy of book 1.
Yeah.
Right? He was a really tough person on the show, on the animation show. And here, kind of a wuss, kind of a female dog type of thing. I don't feel like he is as bad how he was on the animation show. Like, he fell apparently he failed a bunch of tests. Apparently he was trying to be like a higher rank. He failed them all.
He sucks.
He sucks. He's literally the worst person ever. Or even as a soldier, he sucks. I didn't like that because on the animation show, he was menacing. Even Zuko knew about him. And here it's like, who are you? Like who?
Yeah, you're nobody.
Like, you're literally a nobody. You're literally have no.
Was he a nobody in the show?
No.
I mean, I know Zuko knew him, but like, did he fail all those tests in the show too?
On the show,
I don't remember.
I don't remember that for them going that deep on the animation show. But he was someone that he was respected.
Yeah, he's definitely respected
because people knew he was tough. And here, I don't get it. I don't get the same danger or urge to feel this guy as an evil person. Osai has that presence more than Xiao, and that shouldn't be the main thing. Obviously, Osai is the main villain of everything. He's a Fire Lord, obviously, but Xiao is the main villain of book number 1. Why is this guy not menacing unless they change it? Unless someone else is the big bad.
Could be.
I don't know. I don't know why they went with that route with the villain of the show of the first season. I don't know why they did that.
Where he's wimpy, yeah. I don't know about that. I didn't really think about that much until you said it, but now that I think about it, yeah, that kind of sucks. My biggest problem came with episode 4. That was like, okay, yeah, humor here, seriousness here, Sokka's face looks weird here, but like, this was like, I had so many issues with this. Why? And this is why I was like, why 8 episodes? Why? But this, you can even do this with 8 episodes. Netflix, why did you combine 2 stories in the same damn episode, making both stories less significant? 1, you have Secret Tunnel, who's supposed to be for Aang and Katara. Aang and Katara. Meanwhile, you got, oh, brother, sister, hold hands, and Secret Tunnel. No, Secret Tunnel, my ass. That's not Secret Tunnel. They're supposed to almost kiss, and the lights turn off, and then boom, lights turn on. That's Secret Tunnel. That's the Secret Tunnel I know.
Secret Tunnel.
Secondly, in that same episode in the animated show, Zuko and Iroh go meet the Earthbenders, and they live with the Earthbenders. Iroh gets like food poison. They live with the Earthbenders. Zuko meets the little kid and the girl, and Zuko kind of gets, but like you see more compassion out of Zuko because he's like, no one hurt that little Earthbender kid, and he tries to be nice to the Earthbender kid because there were firebenders attacking him. And at the end, they leave. They don't steal, but do they steal? I think they steal the animals they dip.
Yeah, to leave.
I just know they dip. But those are 2 significant stories. One has like Zuko showing compassion towards another bender, which we don't really. That's like the first time we ever see that in the show. And the second one is you see more of Aang and Katara's romance develop. That's kind of like their first moment together. And you didn't get either of those.
Like, did they kiss or did they not kiss? Remember, they turned the lights and they're about to kiss.
Yeah, and then it turns on. So you miss both stories, and technically you miss 3. Because when he fights Boomy, Katara and Sokka are supposed to be like trapped. And that's why Aang does the test. He does the test with Boomy so he can free Aang and Katara. Or Sokka and Katara. So you combined 3 stories into 1 episode, making all 3 stories different.
Less meaningful, too. Because
less meaningful.
That whole interaction with Boomy, I wish they kept it a little bit more similar to the show, and the only thing that I really wish was more to the show, the only thing was that I wanted Boomy to tell Aang that he's Boomy at the end.
Yes. Why did he reveal it so early? I was like, no, he's not supposed to know this. He's not supposed to know. But I will say, I did like that Boomy was like upset, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know really know the words, but I liked how he was like
tone.
Yeah, it was a different tone. It was like, you left us type of thing. This is war. This is whatever. And the whole like the thing where he's like, just let it drop. That's what it is. Choices. Is this person gonna get fed or is this person gonna get fed? He's like, you're just gonna have to choose. I thought that was cool. I was like, dang, this is really cool. And to me, the moment got ruined when Sokka and Katara showed up. Low-key, I wanted the thing to fall on Boomy because, 1, we know that doesn't kill him. Like, because Boomy can get out of there.
Yeah.
He's like a god with earthbending. But I think it would have been a really developing moment. Which I guess it was still a developing moment because Aang's like, I got friends, whatever. But I still thought it was really cool. Like that whole, I just like Boomy being upset. I like that
Yeah,
factor.
that's why the only thing that I would have changed was the introduction to instead of in the beginning to later, because it felt so meaningless when he goes Boomy at the beginning, and then yes I'm Boomy whatever. I like it's like it ruined it for me. I wanted the introduction at the end, just like dang. Okay, so this is how I would have done it. I would have done everything that happened to leave it the same. I want Boomy to be mad. Tell Aang, you left us. You need to be a better avatar. You need to pick what gets what and all that stuff, because that's hardcore stuff that actually happened in war.
Yeah.
And we see that later on with the airbending guy and Iroh, which I will talk about that later, because I actually do like that. The only thing I would have changed was in the end when Aang realized that he left his friends before he went to the Arbonation. It's like, dang, I still have friends who are alive, and I see the effect that happened on the war, and that they actually live. Because one of the quotes that Boomy said, and I guess stuck with me, it's like, Aang, you may be 100 years old, but I live the 100 years. Dude, when he said
deep.
that
was deep.
Dude, that was like, oh! That was a good line. Oh my god, that was a very good line. Because he lived the 100-year war. He lived it. And yeah, that was a cold line. I like that line. When he said that's like, damn. Like, it opened like a new perspective on the war. And again, that's the only thing that I would have changed. Like, and what I realized, damn, I left my friends, I let them down, and all that. That would be the only thing that I would have changed. But
I just want a random side note. Boomy's laugh was perfect in this this show. Like, it was just like how how it was in the animated one. It was just like this perfect laugh. It was pretty
like
funny.
some
I don't
weird...
even know how to replicate it, but it's
I don't know.
okay. So now, like, I got all my negatives out of the way. Do you have any other negatives before we get positive?
I don't know. I think we started already with the positive.
Okay. We started with the positives. I know
so let's go positive.
You probably got a lot of thoughts with Zuko and Iroh, and
Yeah,
I'll mention that too. But I want you to talk about it. Exactly. I want you to talk about it.
Okay, so, oh my gosh, I don't want to cry in the episode now. Okay, so on book 2, there's an episode of mini short stories for each character of the game. So like Aang, Katara, Sokka, even Toph, she was there. Appa, Momo, Zuko, and Iroh, like the main core cast. Obviously, I'm not gonna talk about everybody else. I'm only speaking specifically about Iroh. Iroh is doing its own thing, and then he goes to the tree, and then we know that he's this is the anniversary of his son who passed away on war. Liu Kang. Liu Kang is the freaking Mortal Kombat guy. I don't know. I don't know. I forgot the name of his son.
Liu Ten.
I was close. I just
looked it up.
Okay, I was close. But yeah, so
Liu Ten.
now talking Liu Ten. Yeah. So now bringing it to the live action show. This is the scene that I was talking about. The earthbending guy confronting Iroh, because Iroh, when he went to attack Ba Sing Se, the siege of Ba Sing Se, he killed. Obviously, they're in war. He threw a big blast of fire who almost broke down the wall, and the guy was confronting him, whatever. Like, he's saying, like, you haven't lost enough for you to feel human. Like, you're so... What is the word? Like, you know... There's a word for it. Like, humanize.
Your humanity?
Something like... Humanity.
You have humanity?
Exactly. Something like that. Something like in those words that he said to Iroh. And then it cuts to the scene of of his son's funeral. Like, we didn't see the son funeral.
Yep.
All we know that his son passed away. And then, oh my God, I feel my eyes. Zuko and Iroh and Osai are from the line. Obviously, Iroh is sitting down, just letting it sink in. Like, his son passed away and whatever. And Osai goes to Iroh, talks to, like, saying whatever, is honored having your son serve in the Fire Lord Nation or whatever. And then Zuko, oh my God, Zuko's such a nice son to Iroh. Not a nephew, son. That's what he is. He's a son to her. And they play the song in the background. The Leave from the Vine song.
Whoa.
Like, leave from the... just like the piano notes. As soon as I hear the first note, eyeballing. Dude, I started crying. I don't know why. Because I've seen these...
Bro, I'm sure your wife is mad.
Dude, she was mad at me. She was so mad at me because she goes, "Oh, you cry for this, but you don't cry for something important." It's like, this is important. I tell you, this scene is very important to me. I didn't cry when I saw it on Netflix for the animation. I didn't cry. It was just like they did that scene so well that it gets you, because we know what Iroh went through on the show. And now we see another perspective of when Iroh lost it for the first time, because we didn't see the funeral. This is early. And when Zuko came up to him and then saying, like, all this nice thing about his son, about Iroh, their connection, bro, eyeballing, bro, crying like a little baby. I sent you video. I watched the scene three times.
You were in tears, my guy. You watched the same scene multiple times.
I saw it 3 times, and all 3 times it got to me. I started crying. It was so well done. I think that was the best scene that they have done in the whole show.
That's a good scene. Bro, you know what got me? You know what got me? Was when they were on the boat. When they were on the boat and Iroh was like, "Oh, you know, whatever, I'm coming with you, whatever." And he turns around. He's already, like, Zuko's already got it kind of getting emotional. And I'm seeing Zuko get emotional. I'm getting emotional. And he's like, he said, it's until I find the Avatar, like, it's going to be a long time. And he goes, "I got everything I need right here." I was dying, bro. Oh, man. I was like, oh. And then he made it funny about, he was like, "I got my tea." But
yeah, his tea. Yeah.
But I was like, oh, my gosh, that's so emotional.
It's so, I don't know why this... It's probably not even meant to be to make people cry or get people emotional and stuff like that. It's just seeing another point of view or another time of what happened. And I guess because we care so much about of what's going on that it just got to us. We're grown ass men and we're literally crying about fictional characters, and that's the beauty of it. It proves that we have a heart. It proves that Messi and Danny have a heart, and we cry for stuff like this. But that was a good scene. I think we talked about it the first episode, the first introduction. That was a very strong introduction for the series. I love that. The whole siege, basically, that's what it was. The Fire Nation attacking the Airbenders, and that was beautiful. We never saw that. How we knew about it. We never saw it. It was a beautiful moment. Obviously not beautiful. Horrible moment because all these people die. But that was a very
There's
good...
a lot of stuff Netflix added to the show that wasn't in the old show. It was nice. Like I would thank you for showing me this extra scene. Like, I was so appreciative of a lot of extra stuff that they showed us that were not shown previously. But on the flip side, there was stuff that they changed that I was like, bruh.
Yeah.
But they did add some stuff that like you said, the whole funeral stuff, and it was really nice.
That's nice. The Kyoshi part, that was
Yeah.
awesome. That whole sequence of when Kyoshi took over and whooped everybody's ass on the Kyoshi Island, like you said earlier, she said, okay, you want to see a real avatar? This is how a real avatar is. And then she started bending and flying, and then that was cool.
She's a badass.
That was really cool. She is. I want to see. I honestly, I do want to see it animated. I don't want to see a live action like a Kyoshi Avatar show.
That'd be cool.
That'll be awesome. Because I would love to see that. I don't want to see a live action because I feel like with animation they can do more.
Yeah,
But that will take a little bit more. That will take longer. But that was a really good fan service because again, people wanted to see more of Kyoshi, like this legendary tall woman, powerful as heck, and when we wanted to see more, and we got it. We got more. She's the lady in the introduction. I didn't know that until like recently. I saw like on TikTok.
Speaking of the introduction, why is there no introduction in the beginning of every episode? Why is there no introduction? It's just Avatar. The last I'm like,
they don't need to.
Where's the song? Where's the song?
They don't need to. Like they go, what does it go? Fire, earth, water, air.
I know.
There's four
I
nations.
Want the song.
Whatever.
But it was
It's
cool
not
watching it
this-
in live action. It's like seeing that
cool.
little part. It was cool. And then I saw today of someone doing an edit with the old voiceover with the new live action stuff that was already made, and it was even better.
It was cool, but I do remember when the first episode came out. I mean, when the show came out, you and I were talking about the first episode to see where we were at, and you texted me saying, "Oh, the introduction sucks. Like you're mad about the introduction because they didn't do the same thing as the animation show." And
Yeah.
I told you, just give it a second. Just wait for the grandma scene, and then the grandma shows up and she literally says word for word
Yep.
the freaking introduction of the animation show. I thought that was a little bit cringe, but cool at the same time.
It was cringe and cool at the same time. Exactly. I was like, why? But it's also
Like,
cool.
why? Yeah. It's like, okay, I'll give it to them. The whole earthbending guy with Iroh before the funeral scene, that showed us how bad Iroh was on war. Because all we have is this lovable old guy that serves tea and gives good advice to Zuko. We never saw or heard.
We just know his
knew
name, the Dragon of the West, or
The Dragon of the West. That's basically what we know of him. They never really dive in of Iroh on the war. That was really pretty dark on the way that the guy described his siege. Like he burned a lot. He basically killed. The guy was mostly speaking about a 19-year-old kid. I think it was his brother or something.
It was his son,
His son, I guess.
I think.
Something like that. And he goes, "Oh, we couldn't even bury him because it's so burnt."
Yeah, that there was nothing left to bury. I was like,
yeah, that was tough. It's like, dang, we got to hear more of Iroh, how he was on that time of war. It's like, and he goes, "We were at war, bro. Like, there's nothing that I can do. I was following orders." And he goes, "Nah, bro, you ain't no soldier. You a butcher." Even that hurt me more.
Deep. That was deep.
Like, so again, like you said, there's a lot of stuff that Netflix added to make the show more different than the animation shows. Some are good, some are weird, some are bad. But so far in the 4 episodes, I'm giving it right now a rating so far, 4 episodes, a 7 out of 10. Just the first 4 episodes. Yep. Again, I have not seen any single footage 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, crap. I have my mic. I have not seen anything. We'll talk about it probably later on the week for the last 4 episodes. And we'll see if my rating goes either higher or lower from 7. What is your first episodes go?
Honestly, I gotta give it a 7. Whatever, 7 GN, 7 qualified heroes, whatever, suck our nuts. It's a 7. It's good. That's what it is. It's not great. It has not yet. At least not yet. And there's been some good things. There's been some bad things. But overall, I can't hate on this show. I really can't, because I didn't expect it to be a shot-for-shot thing. If it was a shot-for-shot, sure, you can hate on it. But you know what? That's your fault for thinking that it was going to be a shot-for-shot.
Yeah.
But it's a good show. And I am enjoying this as a fan of Avatar to get, I don't know if it's more Avatar content, but to get Avatar content. So, but like not watch the same show again.
Exactly. That's all.
And it's cool because you also see more emotion out of like real people. So you see more emotion, and it's just good. And the animated show comes out next year, 2025 or 26. It's either 25 or 26.
I don't know. That's like adult versions of themselves, right?
It's them as adults. It's the crew as adults, animated. And actually, it's
so like a prequel. I mean, obviously, it's a prequel.
It's a movie.
To Korra.
It's a movie. It's an animated movie.
Oh, it's a movie or a show?
It's a movie because they're doing 3. They said they're doing 3, and it's them grown up.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe the main villain is going to be the blood-bending guy, the father of one of the consuls of Korra. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember that?
You know, I saw this thing that it was like, if Fire Lord Ozai couldn't beat kids, who the hell is gonna be grown up Avatar and everyone else? And I was like, you're right. Who is strong enough to beat them? Or like make it a fight? You know, we'll just have to wait and see. But it is a movie, so we'll see how it is. Be ready for Dune 2. Supposedly, haven't seen it. It is the highest rated movie on IMDb ever. It got a what? 9.4 out of 10? 9.4. Beating, I believe The Godfather was number 1 or The Dark Knight was number 1. Let me see.
One of those movies. But again, if you haven't seen Dune 1, go watch it on HBO Max. We're not sponsored by them, so don't think we're just promoting them. I wish we get money from them, but we don't. But it's fine. Go watch it on Max so you can watch the second one. Okay. Advice.
The Godfather.
The Godfather was number 1. But advice, do not watch Dune 1 if you're tired. Do not do it because you will fall asleep. Watch it probably in the morning, waking up, eat your breakfast, whatever. Watch the movie with some coffee because it's a long movie and it's really, really slow. But it's a good movie though. It's really good.
But very slow. Yep. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah. It's got to be the right conditions to watch the movie. It needs to be the right conditions.
I have to watch it again before the second one because I saw it when it came out and I haven't seen it since then, and I'm scared. Yeah, you're good, but I'm scared because I'm dreading it because it's gonna be so slow. I don't want to watch a slow movie for almost 3 hours.
Watch a recap.
Probably. I'll probably just watch a recap.
I'll probably do that too. I don't got time. I gotta watch The Bachelor. So I gotta watch the Avatar and I gotta watch The Bachelor. And I can't watch either of those without Alicia. So I lose all my time. I lose all my time that I could watch something right there.
Okay, watch Dune. There you go.
I can't.
Why? You have to watch it with Alicia too?
Yeah.
That
She
sucks.
said I want to watch Dune. And I was like, bruh.
Oh my god! Can I
fine.
return? Can I return this? Can I? Hey, let's.
You can't watch anything without your wife. That's part of the
That's the
rules,
rule.
and it sucks.
That's the rules.
I can't watch shows anymore. I can't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I can't watch Modern Family. I can't watch anything. She's always like, "Oh, you gotta wait for me." I'm like, oh, this sucks.
This is why I watch cartoons, because my wife doesn't like cartoons, so I just watch cartoons, and she just leaves me alone.
And then if I do watch something that she didn't say she wanted to watch, I'm just like scrolling through Netflix or whatever it is. I'm like, that's a good movie. Or I just want to watch the old movie. The other day I watched the prequel of Despicable Me. I don't remember what it was. The Rise of
Minions?
Gru. I watched the Rise of Gru, and because I'd never seen it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this because it was on Netflix. I had nothing better to do, and I watched it. And I told my wife, I was like, she's like, oh, what did you do today? I was like, oh, I watched The Rise of Gru. She's like, without me? I wanted to see it. I was like, you never told me. I was like, and even if you did, what am I supposed to watch? What am I supposed to watch if I can't watch a single thing because you like every single thing that I want to watch? Sucks. Anyways, that was a complete rant for all you single folk out there that think about getting married. You can find me.
Triple think about it. There you go.
Triple think about it. You can find me at dating42 with 3 N's, 2 is taken, and you can see my happy life on there. Messy.
You can find me on Messy. Oh my god, I forgot my thing. Oh my god. MessyPierce17 _ on Instagram. But if you don't want to follow us individually, you can always follow us on Unqualified Heroes on major platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, and on Threads. We don't really use those. We just have them to have them. But listen to it Spotify,
and YouTube,
Apple Podcasts, where we can listen to full-length episodes. And you also give us a rating on Apple Music and Spotify, and also share, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Let us know what you think about the episode. Let us know what you think about the first 4 episodes of Avatar. See if you disagree or agree with anything that we dislike or like. But if not, then catch us on part 2 of the last 4 episodes on probably the next week or so. And then we're going to talk about Dune part 2 also coming up this Friday. Woo, woo. And wait. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse?